I was nursing my baby when two thugs came up trying to get a taste too. Thankfully, a man flashed something at his waist, scaring them off. Just as I was about to thank him, I realized with horror that the driver was collecting fares, and I didn't have a penny on me. Swallowing my pride, I turned to the man for help. Mike, seeing how desperate we were, agreed to pay for our tickets, but only if I agreed to do 3 things for him. No questions asked. Considering my situation, I had no choice but to nod. Then Mike said he was going to pull something out, and I had to put it in my mouth. My heart raced until he pulled out a piece of bread from his bag, telling me to eat something. He'd found a way to help, without making me feel worse about it. Just as I was feeling grateful for meeting such a kind person, breaking news that made my blood run cold. 4 crew members had been found dead from poisoning on a ferry, docked at a nearby port. The bizarre case had everyone on the bus buzzing with speculation. Remembering the gun Mike carried, I carefully asked if he was a cop. He laughed, saying it was just a fake, something to scare people when needed. His real job? A sailor. My face darkened the moment I heard that. Curious, Mike made his second request. Tell him why I hated sailors so much. I refused at first, but after he promised complete confidentiality, I shared my story. I'd been on that very ferry from the news with my child. Unable to afford tickets, then either the crew had taken me to their quarters. Despite my pleas, they searched me, confiscated my only valuable possession, my phone, and then violated me. I couldn't continue too upset to speak. Mike's jaw tightened as he assured me that while he was also a sailor, he wasn't that kind of scum. Those men's mysterious deaths must have been karma catching up with them. What he didn't know was that my story wasn't finished. I just didn't want to give him nightmares. Suddenly, the bus screeched to a halt. The driver announced the highway was temporarily closed due to weather, and we'd have to stay overnight at a rest stop. Mike took us to a budget hotel, where he slipped the clerk some cash, with a knowing look. The clerk played along, saying they only had 1 room left with a single bed. I immediately offered to spend the night in the lobby, but Mike's smile vanished. He laid out his third and final request. I followed him upstairs. That night, everything that should and shouldn't have happened. When I woke the next morning, Mike was gone. By then, he was already home, enjoying breakfast with his wife and kids. When the television interrupted with a police bulletin, they were searching for a woman suspected in the ferry murders who'd been caught on camera checking into a hotel with a man. His wife immediately recognized Mike as the man in the footage. Soon after the police arrived at their door, the suspect had been arrested and claimed Mike had forced her to commit the crimes. In Mike's luggage, which he hadn't had time to unpack, the police found the poison used in the murders. Only then did Mike realize he'd been framed. Serves him right.